What's up, ladies? How are you? Hello, hello. Happy day 4 of our Money Manifestation Challenge. What's happening? How are you? How are you? We've got some good stuff here today. We are rounding out this challenge and we are going to finish it tomorrow with our big sort of manifestation. Hey Jode, how are you? Visualization we've got going on. So that's tomorrow, but today is day 4. And for those of you that are doing it, I want to know how it's going. Jody, I loved your messages. I know I had you guys do an exercise yesterday that was a little challenging for some of you. I've done it myself. So I know it like brings up all the stuff, right? But what better way to actually really see like money, like how people view money, how you view money, all that jazz. Thanks, Jode. I put on some earrings for you. And so, yes, I want to know how it went. And I know it was challenging. And which part was harder? Because you would think that for most people, it was harder to ask for the money. But I did. I've ran a few people through this exercise, and for some people, it's actually easier to ask for the money and harder to give it away, because that also freaks people out. And some people are really comfortable with asking for money and even expecting, that kind of, and they've got their own stuff to work through, but it's always an interesting exercise, right? So today is day 4. And again, so day 1, we talked about where money comes from and what money even is really. Day 2, we went through your money blueprint and your money thermostat, okay? And like where that is for you. And we cleared that out. Day 3, we talked about how to raise your vibe around money and, really start to see like how we are with money and where we're at with that. And today there's a few things I want to talk about, but I'm going to give you some ways that you're actually resisting money, that you don't realize it. And then I want to talk a little bit about and do an exercise in you becoming more aligned to the money and the attractor that you actually want to be, instead of coming from the past all the time. And there's interesting, subtle ways that we do it. So we'll talk about that towards the end. So get out your notebooks. If you don't have time, Jody, did you do your DMO? If not, go do that. You can come back to me. But if you're here with me and, I won't make it too long, but I do want you to get your notebook. We're going to, take some notes here. And I also want to know about your, I got you, Jode. I want to know also about your 555. So remember, you guys, I talked about Sarah Prout. She's a huge manifestation teacher out there. Now, she didn't come up with it, but she talks about and charges money for, which I've been a part of, her ancient manifesting ritual. And a teacher of her talked about that. It's 5 days, 55 times of an affirmation, a repatterning. And there's something in those numbers I won't get into now, but there's something in those numbers that actually do something in our alignment and our being and cause us to then be able to align with the thing that we're writing. And it's always going to start with, I am so grateful and happy that, and then you fill that in. So 55 times, 5 days in a row. And if you miss a day, you're starting from day 1. So I also want to know how that's going. And today also at the end, I actually want you to choose how much you're going to manifest and by when. We'll talk about that towards the end too. Set an intention, because when you decide and when you set an intention, it unlocks all this stuff and things can happen. What's up, Rach? How are you? Okay, so first, you guys, we're going to talk about 4 specifically ways that you are resisting money coming in right now, probably without even knowing it, right? What's up, Rach? I love you. Mwah. Okay, so the first one. How many of you use the word expensive? Okay, I know, Jody. I know. The first time I did it, because also, I don't know if you guys know this, but for years, I spent years being a body worker. I did energy work and body work, so I don't have the strongest wrists. And I was like, oh, Lordy, it definitely stretches you. But again, they've been doing this ritual. Like, this ritual's been done for ages, way before computers came out. So I don't want you typing it. I want you writing it. There's something, and there's also studies that show when we actually are writing something, it unlocks stuff in your brain. That's why it's so important in education with children that they're not just typing, they're actually writing. That's another subject, but it unlocks something in our brain that actually clicks more than the typing. We've been writing forever. We have not been typing forever. So I want you to stick to, sorry, I'm getting some emails, to the writing. And just stretch out those wrists, right? Bring in that yoga. All right. So how many of you use the word expensive? Okay, so I kind of stopped using the word expensive a while ago, and because I noticed that I have some stories around it, like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive, or whoo, that's so expensive, or dang, that's expensive, or it's too expensive to eat there, whatever that is. So again, you guys, this challenge is all about learning how we separate ourselves from money and abundance and the energy of money. And when we put it like, oh, that's expensive, there is a judgment. Believe it or not, there's a judgment, and there's a separation, and there's a, yeah, that's too much, There's a difference between, and we can talk about, like, again, I said this yesterday, and I am not talking about spending money that you don't have. I'm not talking about living a lifestyle and saying, oh, the universe will take care of it. That's naive, and that's not smart, and that's actually just more lack, because you're not in action and you're not aligning with the universe or God. I'm talking about the actual, like, not saying it's so expensive, and knowing, how would I say, knowing that it's just not in alignment with you right now. Like, for example, I never say, you will never catch me say, I stopped myself a long time ago saying that I can't afford it. I never say that. And I'm telling you, don't ever say that. What you're going to want to say is, I choose to spend my money elsewhere. Or, I'm choosing this instead of this right now. Can you see how that's a very different energy than I can't afford it? I can't afford it is like, done, period, the end. Like the energy goes, I'm choosing to spend my money here is like choice, like power, alignment, like presence, not victim, but actually like creator, right? So I choose to spend my money. Like, if there's something, a trip or something that you'd love to do, but it's feeling like a lot or whatever, I want you to flip the switch and go, okay, that's awesome. One day I'll do that. And for now, I'm choosing to spend my money on blank. Groceries. I'm choosing to spend my money on my rent, my mortgage. I'm choosing to spend my money on this blouse instead of that blouse, whatever that is, okay? So switch that, because you're resisting money when you stay stuck in, you're resisting the stuff that can come into you, the energy of abundance when you stay stuck in, that's too expensive or that's too much money. You're creating a dissonance, a disconnect, okay? So that's the first one. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes. Or insurance. Exactly. Creator. Yes. Key. Exactly. Thank you, guys. So number two. So when you're not paying things. Now, a lot of you probably don't do this, but you would be so surprised at how many people I come across that when they don't pay things like commitments, okay? So whether it's companies like insurance, doctor's bills, coaches, trainings, but even like, dentists or anything like that. If you have credit cards, loans, a lot of people do this, you guys. I can't tell you how many people do it. And here's the thing. One of the things we do when you become a coach is you go through a list of integrities, okay? What is out of integrity in your life? Because what we know is what we will attract the clients, the people into our life of the things that we're not handling, or we're going to attract those people. So in order to attract people you actually love and want to work with, you got to get clear. So when I had to write that list, and I do this every year because stuff falls to the wayside. I try to be good, but stuff falls. But when I first wrote that list of out of integrities, you guys, there was a lot of stuff. There was like an old doctor bill or an old lawyer bill that I didn't pay from something that wasn't a big deal, but like the lawyer was kind of fluky. It didn't really mean much. It was from 10 years ago, and so I just dropped it, but I owed them a little bit of money. And so I put that on my list. There was like a course where something got the money, the credit card wasn't the right one, but I got the course anyway. And there's a part of me before I did this work that I'd be like, oh, cool, awesome, that's for free or whatever. And now I'm like, wait, integrity, if I respect money, money respects me. And so I actually paid for a course that I could have gotten for free. So I want you to know, drop it in the comments if you like, or just writing that list. What is out of integrity? And it's not, you guys, you don't have to pay for it all now, but it's about getting clear. Who we owe what, if we owe anyone anything, maybe not, but what needs to be paid? What are we not paying? Because that is one way. You have to take financial responsibility here in order to get really clear. So that's really what I want to, stress for you today. What is it that you're avoiding? Write that list out and then work to, make some calls to credit card companies, to loans, to, say, I can't pay 100 right now, but I can pay 50. Or I can't pay 50, but I can pay 5. I'm telling you, once you start becoming in integrity with those things, cleaning up all the money stuff, it will come in. I'm telling you. Okay, so I want to hear about that from you, but that was the second one. The next one, third one, is when we get, okay, this is a good one. How many of us get excited when money comes in, but we get super bummed when money's going out, when we get a bill? Okay, so if someone signs up to the team, or someone buys a product, or you get a client, or whatever that is, you make more, you get a bonus or whatever. Awesome, great, awesome, you celebrate. But then a bill comes and you go, oh, and all of a sudden you feel weighted and heavy and like, oh my God, money's a problem again, and it's an issue again, and here it is like triggering you. So here's the thing, you guys. And I really do like to look at like money as an entity and as in a relationship. We're in a relationship with our money. Now, if you had a honey, right? And if you had a child and it's like you loved them up when it was all going so good and they were giving you foot rubs and they were bringing home roses and they were making you gourmet meals and your kids were being all sweet and kind and all this other stuff. But the moment they gave you crap, or the moment they gave you a hard time, or the moment they wanted something from you, you were like, oh my God, you're so annoying. You so suck. Like, money sucks. You suck. Like, it wouldn't, how would that relationship go? It probably wouldn't be too fruitful, right? So that's what we're doing with money. Like, if it's coming in, we're loving it up. But when it's expected to go out, we're like, oh, this money thing, like I just can't handle you today. So just like stay away. Our kids, our honeys would be like, what the F, I'm out. Or, I'm not gonna like show up to you if you're not showing up to me. Right, Jody, it would be terrible. They would feel terrible. But here's the thing, you guys, when you like do that to your bills and your money and money has to go out, that's kind of what you're doing. So I want to go into your little gorgeous brains and souls and hearts and flip the switch. As you're celebrating money coming in, I actually want you today and tomorrow to celebrate money going out. We talked yesterday, I said when money goes out, right? I want you to picture like it going out, blessing the world, multiplying and coming back. So that again, I want you to say you are resisting money when you are to it going out. Money has to go out. There is a relationship. It's an entity. You cannot hoard it and get more. You cannot be in lack and trying to keep it all and expect more to come in. So I want to see you celebrate the money going out today. And I want to know, drop me, your a heart emoji or your favorite emoji if you're going to do that. And if I was going to say if it's possible, it is possible. It's going to be a little bit of a rewiring, especially for the bigger bills, the more money that has to go out. But I want you to celebrate it going out and coming back in. This is a relationship. This is a flow. You gotta love it when it's loving you, but you also gotta love it when it's not as comfortable. Just like your honey, just like your children, just like your pets when they poop on the rug. You're not gonna throw them out. You're gonna clean it up, do what you need to do, and then snuggle it again, right? Yes. What's up, Christine? Good timing. So that was the third one. Third way that you are resisting money that you probably don't even know it. The last one I have for you, and again, you guys know this, but please take this on. Please, 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 I beg you, because you don't know how many people I deal with and talk to that do this. Do not take advice from broke people. Way too many of us, mom, bless her little heart. Grandma, bless their little heart. Friends, best friends, bless their hearts. If they are not where you want to be money-wise or on the path to it, they don't have to be a millionaire, but if they're not rocking their money world and looking at their money stuff, why are you listening to them? Why? Why? Do not take advice, money advice, especially from grandpa who, means well, but he was his money stuff comes from the 1950s or 60s or whatever that is. Like, don't do that. I want you to upgrade your money mindset stuff, heart, all that soul set, and take advice from people who are where you want to be or going that way, okay? And that there's something that we do in this money course that I've taken, and it's, I'll tell you, it's about calling in your millionaire circle. And so, not all of us have the pleasure of hanging out with millionaires all the time, although I think you should. But, we might not be able to. However, now that we have social media, now that we have Facebook groups, now that we have, we have books, we have all these different things, right? That we can find other people who are money healthy, who are living out of alignment. And that's what I want you to do today and we're going to do that in the visualization tomorrow, one of the things I'm going to activate is you calling in your money, your millionaire circle, your healthy, money, vibrant circle of people. And those are the people that I want you to play with. Those are the people that I want you to mastermind with and connect with, work with even, not the broke people. So you are resisting money today if you are listening to those people in your life who are not where you want to be. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? Because way too many people are doing that. So I'm going to have you do a little exercise now, and it comes from, and you guys, I might actually do a little contest and send a few people this book. I know it's backwards. I'll put it in the comments. It's by Kyle Cease. It is called The Illusion of Money. It's incredible. Okay. And the little headline or sideline is here. Why chasing money is stopping you from receiving it. So this is so much about what we've talked about here. You see, I've got my little notes and it is a great book, and it's so much about how we have to stop chasing and stop wanting and just really aligning, clearing it out, what we've done here, and bringing it in, right? Being in aligned action to bring it in. So I'm going to give away a few of these for those of you that comment, for those of you that have, added people to the group and all that, because I so appreciate it, and I think this book is amazing. One of the exercises from this book, you guys, is being in alignment. So I'm going to, I'll show you right now. I'll put this in the comments. He's got, let's see, like a list here and a list here of all different things, you guys. And it's everything from, sleeping in late, going to work, cleaning the house, da-da-da. So a lot of, yes, stop being money desperate. Exactly. When you are desperate. I say this to a lot of people, like you can imagine. If you are on a date with money, right? Hold on, you guys. I've been sitting on my foot, and I do that sometimes on my videos, and I get up and my foot is asleep and I cannot walk. So I'm not going to do that. So here's what, like, money is a relationship, right? So picture you're on a date with money. And what if you were like, oh, when I need you, like on a date with money, right? If you're on a date with anyone, I need you. I'm going to be better when I have more of you. You complete me. Like, just come into my life. Just, I need you. Like, I'll be happy when I have you. Everything will be better when I have more of you. Can you imagine? That automatically sets up a disconnect. That automatically would have someone, if you said that to someone on a date, they'd be like, yeah, bye-bye. So that's what we're doing to our money, is we're saying everything's going to be okay when it shows up. Like, I will be happy when I have more of it. The answer to my prayers will come when I have more of it. It's actually false. This entire book, this entire training, tons of training out there will show you that is not true. So many people have created a lot of money, multi-million dollars, and that they still have that hole in their heart. They still feel lonely, and they thought it would make it all better. And what happens is, I've talked to a lot of people where they thought 20 grand a month. Oh, I'd be done. I'd be better. They make 20, 30 grand, then 50, then 100. It's never better. So this is about how, to satisfy that hole inside and therefore bring money in anyway. And that's so much what this whole thing that I'm doing with you is that now we've learned that instead of spending years hustling hard, sacrificing our soul and our self-care and our happiness, we can actually do the work, get into alignment, and money flows if you're doing that, right? So that's really what we're doing here. So anyway, back to the thing, and then we'll end this because I want you to get on your what I want you to do today. So what this is that I want you to notice today where you're spending out of alignment. Okay. So today is a lot about the money that's going out and how we treat it, how we work with that. So I want you, because let me tell you, billions of dollars are put into marketing today to make us think we need things we don't need. So one of the ways that you can respect your money is actually spend out of alignment. So I'm going to give you this list, and I want you to take the time to see, great, what am I spending my money on that is totally in alignment? Or what am I spending my money on that is completely out of alignment? It's not who I am creating. It's not who I'm moving towards. It's not the future millionaire version of myself. And then I want you to take actions towards letting it go. And I've had people do this, and people have let go of their cable bills because they're like, I don't really want to watch TV anymore. Great. Saves them 50 to $100 a month. I've had people do this, and, a young woman that I work with, and she realized that she spends a crap ton of money on things that sit in her closet. So she doesn't need the new stuff all the time. So money and a lavish, beautiful luxury lifestyle to me is no longer about having the Gucci bag and the mansion, and all that's nice. But, a lot of it is about not spending on crap that fills an empty void. It's about using your money wisely, making aligned, bright, brilliant choices that are going to help you show up in the best way. And that might be letting go of, needing that fancy car, or, needing a fur. Does anyone buy fur anymore? I hope not. But, whatever that is, or the 20 pairs of shoes a year or a month for some people, right? So I want you to do this about aligned spending, okay? Because we do it in such subtle ways. I had somebody who, she's got all her bills, and I do too. A lot of them are automatic. But when we really took a look at what was going out automatic, she's like, geez, I haven't looked at this magazine in years. I haven't the Jelly of the Month Club or whatever that is. I don't care about that. But yet $19.99 is going out every month. So you're resisting money when you're not respecting the money you have coming in and going out. That's what this exercise is about. So if that makes sense to me, drop me a fist bump. I'm going to put it in the comments, and I actually want you to do this. Yesterday you had to give away money and ask for money. Today, this is your exercise besides the 55 times. And I want you to get really clear with what's going in and what's going out from a place of alignment and celebration. And on the bills, you guys, if I can just say, I don't do it anymore all that much, although I could, and maybe now this is a good reminder for me. But next time you pay your bills, next time a bill comes in, a lot of them's automatic, so we have this disconnect from money anyway, which is a little bit of a shame because I think people really need to be more in touch with that. But when a bill comes on, or I was paying my bills for a long time when I was working on my money mindset, I put on music and danced. I lit candles. I burned sage. I, put on essential oils or something that felt slightly celebratory to me, because I didn't want the money going out and the bills to feel so darn heavy, because that's what it felt like for a long time, was just going out and out, okay? So this is so much about raising your vibe, looking at what you've done in the past, how you've paid your bills, how you've felt about bills going out, bills coming in, all the stuff around money, and reprogramming and choosing a way to be with money that works for you. This is about choice. This is about power. And way too many of us never got taught any of this. So we just did what we were modeled, right? We talked about that. So I'll put the list down. If this was valuable, let me know. And tomorrow, I will come on probably pretty early. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. So it will be a visualization. So some of you do this, some of you don't. But I have a little bit of a visualization where we're going to do all the stuff that accumulated 1 to 4 days. And we are going to clear out a little bit more, on an energetic sort of soul woo-woo level, if you will. We're going to hit our money blueprint, raise our vibe around it, call in our millionaire circle, and just in general, up level our money. So I will make it, trust me, I can go on forever with those things, but I will keep it short because the whole purpose is I want you to actually listen to this for the next few days to come at a time that you can close your eyes and visualize and go within. So that's coming tomorrow. That will be day 5. So again, you still have time to add people here if this is valuable to you. And I just appreciate you. Let me know if this helped. The book, again, I'll put in the comments, is The Illusion of Money by Kyle Cease. That's another one I advise you to get, other than the T. Harv Eker one. That's another great one. And I'll be giving this away. I'll pick some people. And you guys, oh my gosh, I jumped on. I also want to hear, like, has anyone had any money? Like, now's around the time that you start to notice things around money. Yesterday, I popped on a live feed with somebody I always pop on with, you know, John Melton. You guys know him. And like, I just popped on, shared with my team, and he's like, I didn't even know they were doing a giveaway. Literally did not know they were doing a Christmas cash giveaway. And all of a sudden it's on in the background while I'm doing my thing because I multitask. And he's like, Jenna Costa, you win the Christmas cash giveaway. I don't even know how much it's for. I don't know any of it, but I won a giveaway yesterday. And I swear, that is not the first time that's happened. And so I want to hear if things like that are happening to you, what you notice, all that stuff. Please share that, all right? So that's it, you guys. Love you so much. Thank you for joining me. I always consider it an honor. And I'll put that in. Do your exercise, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye, you guys.